guys, and welcome to another episode of the Mod and Fangame Showcase. It's been a little while since the last episode, but this time I will be covering the fan remake of Donkey Kong Land in the style of Donkey Kong Country. As soon as I saw this at F3, I knew I had to check it out, because I think the Donkey Kong Land series is very underrated. And they aren't just remakes of the Donkey Kong Country games on the Game Boy. They're entirely different games. I mean, they're similar in style, obviously, and reuse some of the same themes and characters, but, like, they are completely different games. So it is really cool seeing Donkey Kong Land in this style. It's also pretty funny, too, since the plot of Donkey Kong Land is, like, Frankie challenging Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong to, like, go through an adventure on the Game Boy, so I just think it's pretty ironic there, but this is really cool. And it plays exactly like the Donkey Kong Country games. But this isn't a ROM hack or a mod of the Donkey Kong Country games. This is, like, basically, like, built from the ground up, I think, in Unity. So this won't work on, like, an SNES or an SNES emulator. This is just, like, straight up, like, basically a completely new fan game, I would say. But it is really cool. But it basically was made with the limitations of Donkey Kong Country in mind. And it's the exact same style, so... But we have Rambi here. Okay, so let's move on to the next level, which is actually an ice level, which I think is pretty interesting. I always thought that was weird when I first played Donkey Kong Land, that, like, the second level in the game was, like, in the icy area here. Oh, there's Hogwash, the flying pig. One of the enemies unique to this. But yeah, this is just really cool. I might do a stream of this, because, like, I definitely think this deserves more attention. I know there are a decent amount of people talking about this, but, like, this is a great fan game. There we go. I think it would be interesting if the other Donkey Kong Land games were also remade. Obviously, that's gonna take some effort, but it would be cool at some point. I know Donkey Kong Land 3 is pretty interesting since it has a Japan-exclusive Game Boy Color version. And it's actually on Switch Online. But it's only on the Japanese version of the NSO Game Boy app. Which is kind of weird, because, I mean, there isn't too much text in it. But the next one here is Deck Trek. And I also like the remix of Gangplank Galleon here. I mean, it was interesting in the original, too. But it's cool, like, hearing it in this style. But it plays exactly how you would expect it to. It's really refined overall. There we go. Okay. I accidentally got hit by that necky there, but let's try that again. Okay. But I actually have all 3 Donkey Kong Land games, like, physically. So, and it's interesting, they're on, like, yellow cartridges. I remember the Meech made a joke with me a while, like, several years ago that, like, Nintendo used, like, all of their, unsold, Donkey Kong Land cartridges to make, like, Pokemon Yellow cartridges. But this is another thing that I need to get the Meech to play. But I guess he's just too busy playing Sonic Blast than playing this. The inferior, 8-bit game that uses pre-rendered sprites. Though, this is technically a 16-bit style version of that. Of the Donkey Kong Country superior equivalent. Obviously, this is the superior one. While Sonic Blast is just straight up horrible. Well, not that bad, but like... the Meech is gonna try to convince everyone that it's good, but... it's not very good from what I've heard. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay. So we have to complete the word here. Yeah, a little tricky. There we go. Be careful about the hitboxes of some of these enemies here. Okay. Yeah, I like this part of the song. There we go. There we go. I really hope this Fangame helps people realize how underrated Donkey Kong Land is, honestly. We have another ice level here. But yeah, this was just a really fun surprise. Like to see the like announcement in release of this. I'm not sure if this was like previously announced before, but I haven't heard of it until like a couple days ago. this is great. But it retains, like, the level design and everything, and it has the feel of the SNES games. It's just perfect all around. But yeah, just from what I've played so far, I highly recommend this. Oh, got hit by those zingers there. Let's see. There we go. Pretty tricky, but it's really fun. So we're back in the jungle now. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking this out. Especially if you were, like, interested in trying out the Donkey Kong Land games, but you couldn't really get around, like, the Game Boy's graphics. But this is a great way to play Donkey Kong Land. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And make sure to check out my Discord server and Blue Sky if you want to. Stay perky!